What's going on, Gary? I see who's number one.
What are you doing over there, Rowdy Rodney?
I was jamming out. You see
Shannon
first?
I got Shannon and Jim.
I got Shannon and Eric Wilson.
Okay, Eric Wilson. Rodney Dow was watching.
Oh yeah, he follows. He trolls. Yeah.
Okay, I got a disclaimer. Put this out real quick.
Okay, let's hear it.
I'm not positive I have fixed my speaker situation. I can't find it. So I will let you know somehow if
Your car shutting off after the burnout?
Yeah, I'm losing boost or something. But I'll let you know if I lose audio, and I think I can get it switched real quick to regain through the laptop. So
yeah,
I'll send up smoke signals or something.
Yeah, this reminds me of my dropping off days. Remember that back
man? Steve and Jen Goff is watching, and Russell Foreman. Hey, Russell.
Man, I got some questions for Russell.
Oh man,
this is gonna be great. I got notes.
Okay, man. Josh Hamming. Hey, Josh, how's it going?
How's
cool.
Gary Putnam doing?
Jason Sarper. Man, I'm good.
Good.
Yep.
Week.
Had a cool weekend. Got a few things done on the car. Got the ground effects hung back on. Did a little work on the back of the fenders where they attach to the body. I get the Zeus's rivet on. Just doing a little body work, and I suck at it. And
okay. You're not certified, so that's okay.
Man, I am not a certified body guy. Brad is going to have to I don't know if I say redo some stuff, but he probably won't like how it is. But it's just a race car, right?
Yeah. Hey, what you are good at is welding, and you got an oil pan knocked out this weekend or this.
Oh
week.
yeah. Yeah,
good.
and I grabbed your valve cover and moved it out of my car, and I need to get with you and make sure I get it in the right end.
Sure.
The fitting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't let me forget that.
All right.
So,
all right. Yeah.
Or I'll just stick it somewhere, right?
Yeah. Just put it,
I'll stick it upside down or something,
There you go.
Yeah.
Great.
You get some yard work done today?
I did, man. I had to get all the yard work done today before the Chiefs game, and because yesterday was car show / anniversary, so that was all right.
Right. I got a couple pictures of that to share.
Right on.
Yeah. Joseph Thomas. Hey, Joseph Thomas.
Hey, Joseph, that's cool.
So your yard looks good?
Looks good, can't complain. How about your yard? Are you still mowing over there?
You'll be a body guy. No. I am officially fired from being yard boy.
You got fired?
I got fired. Finally.
Did you get your notice or you got fired?
No, it was just you're fired.
Oh, golly.
The boss in charge of the yard finally got off of light duty after I mowed most of the summer in the dying heat.
Yeah.
She gets to take over.
Oh, during the fall when it's cool out. Now that
right.
the temperatures come back around, she's kicking you off, huh?
I think she set that up with the doctor.
Okay. What's going on here?
Tony Phillips is watching. Hey, Tony. Hey, I got something else with the yard stuff.
Well, I do too. I seen when I was over there the other day and we were doing trophies, I got your secret of how you keep that place so nice with I thought it was Cameron, but it's got to be the four-legged creatures.
Bear?
Yeah, putting his little droppings down here and there.
That's like fertilizer.
Yeah. What you doing over there?
You just mind your business for a second.
Mind your business. Shut your mouth.
I got a special surprise.
Oh my goodness! Here we go. Hey, there's Tony Phillips.
There's.
Can you see him?
Tony says, "What's up, guys?"
What's up, guys?
Jim thinks I'll be a body guy. I don't think so.
That's right.
Since I there's Brian Schneider. Since I kept the yard alive,
the winner, Brian Schneider, right?
They say babyface Schneider.
Is that right, babyface?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And if we hadn't have met him last week, I get it.
Oh yeah, I get it now. Super cool.
So
guy.
back to my yard and what I'm doing here.
Okay.
I got a reward for keeping the yard alive.
Oh,
Look at
that.
Woo! What do you think of that?
Yes, man. You're sponsored. Look at that. Nice. That looks good.
I kept the yard alive. Cameron was so proud of me.
Yeah.
And was glad it's turned back over to my wife. And she mowed it with the stripper kit today.
Nice.
It hasn't had a stripper kit since July.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised planes weren't crashing from pilots rubbernecking on my yard, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, Bear's got a question. Remember this a few sessions?
I do remember.
Yeah.
It is her yard, yes.
Yeah, it is her yard. There ain't no doubt about it.
I don't want nothing to do with the yard.
Oh,
Hey, Don
great.
Whittaker, keep it going. Hey, Don, how you doing, buddy? Man, your car looks good, dude.
Yes. So
And Brian just turned 16. What? Huh? No, that's funny.
Oh, that's awesome.
Jared Starkabaum, how's it going? I think you are a new subscriber tonight.
Yeah, cool. Come on in. Have some fun with us. I see.
This
Joe
is
on
Kimberly / Wes.
there.
Which
8-5
one?
winner.
Oh,
Out 8-5 winner.
yep. Yeah, that's awesome. Yep,
Yeah.
fun weekend.
Yeah. We'll go through some pictures here and talk about what happened this week and this weekend. And we got Blake in the green room. We'll bring him in, talk about Flying H and some SmackDown here in a little while. We got
Chris
there.
Wilson. Chris Wilson says, "Is this the place to be?"
It is the place to be.
Have a seat, Chris.
On Sunday, you know, after OU game, after Chiefs game, come on in.
Is that Blake?
It is.
That's funny. We're getting some sound effects tonight.
He's over there tuning.
Right, this will fire up that pro mod, right?
Right, he's over there tuning. He's getting ready for this weekend. He got 9
Birds
kids.
the nicest.
Yeah. He heard Cameron had 8 kids, and he's like, I can beat that. I got 9 kids.
Oh man. Hey, Cameron, I snuck over there Friday after work to get my reward.
Oh, yeah.
And he was working on his car.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
Good.
he was putting steel doors on it and stock glass and
Yeah. There you
And,
go. All steel, all
putting-
black.
putting one kid on it. He's gonna come kill the limited class.
Okay, come on. Come on.
If you believe what I'm saying, then
You need
You
another
know.
laundry shirt? What's up, Brandon Ash?
hey, Brandon, Ray Parsons, Matt Ray.
What up, Matt?
We got Matt Ray. Says, "What's up, guys?"
That was awesome.
Yeah, well, you ready to roll around here?
Let's do it.
Oh, dude. Oh, I got a question I've been wanting to ask you for a couple weeks, and I had to write it down. I almost forgot.
Oh, my goodness.
Kind of funny. Brandon, what's up? What's up, fellas? Ray Parsons. Okay.
It must be pretty good if you had to write it down.
Well, it's kind of silly, but it's just something I thought of.
Okay.
I went to clean up before the show. I was shaved and showered and all that, and it made me think. I need to ask Rodney this.
Get your Sunday shower in?
I did. Chris says, "Can I get Punk Out Money?" Brian, why so this track?
I know, right?
Whoa.
I was going to bring that up. Where, hell, they go out and talk to the governor of Kansas to get a truck class, and then right before he gave it away. Some guy walking down the street said, "Hey,
Man,
I don't want to race Chris Wilson." So,
I seen Chris here. I wondered how long it would take for this to come up.
oh yeah, it's official.
Yep. Shannon and probably Brian also is here. You guys can hash that out.
Oh yeah,
Just go over in the corner there and
yeah.
work on it.
Yeah.
Okay, my question.
Yo,
Have you ever had a mustache or goatee?
negative.
Okay. See, see, I've never seen you, and I'm shaving tonight, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I've never seen Rodney with the facial hairs. I wonder if you've ever had the mustache or the goatee. I figured probably no on the beard, but
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm
2
going to
days
ask.
of, coming in all scraggly, you know what I mean, over the weekend I shaved, Sunday night for work, but never did. I don't know.
Yeah.
You do such a good job. I hate to, I probably messed that up. So.
I've been doing this since May of 99.
99, you're like 12 years old.
I would. If I shaved it off, my wife don't like it. Oh, look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, boss, look.
Showing it off.
Yeah, that's a good-looking shirt. Damn.
Man. I see Brian Weiss is watching now. We can throw that comment back up there.
Devin Brown's watching, too.
Yeah,
hey, Rod, I didn't tell you this. You're finding out now, but the shirt situation, we were racing, and I won.
Yeah. Oh.
We were racing.
Okay. I didn't realize we were racing.
Well, he told us Sunday, hey, come over and get some stuff.
He did. And,
right? So
yeah, and to be honest with you, I live a little closer.
You live in the same town.
Yeah. Well, I'm coming over this week, Cameron. Get me one. Yeah.
Get the leftovers.
I might just roll up in a hoodie, to show you up.
You know what else? It's on the back, too.
Let me see it. Oh, man. Luxury.
Woo.
You hear what I said? I might just show up in a hoodie to show you up.
Well, I got one of those, too. Hey.
That's awesome.
And a beanie.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. I got plenty.
He's got plenty.
Hayesville connection.
Oh, man. Cameron, for real, thanks for the gear. Really appreciate it. And I love the colors, man. Oh, hang on, Cameron. Hang on, Rodney.
Where you going? Gotta go to the bathroom already? The chair's going to hit your car. Boom. Gonna knock it off the pro jacks. Oh, here we go. What else did he get?
Hey.
You got some underwear that says luxury?
I can't find it. I think.
Did your wife steal it from you?
Well, it's a cup, but I can't find it. When Tiffany saw it, she goes, "Hey, is this mine?" I said, "No, it's not yours."
It's gone. Yeah, it's gone.
So
it's her yard. Remember, it's her yard. I know. Devin Brown's right. You see what Brevin said?
Never seen him move so fast.
Run that chair around.
For an old guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she has it outside with her.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
Funny.
Well, we'll have to see. I'll have to make a run over to the headquarters, luxury headquarters, and see what I can come up with. It'll have to be cool,
Yep. There's Troy. He's going to have to get Cameron to mow his yard in a few weeks after he seeded it. It's thick. It's good. Thick. Oh, wait a second. Gary won't let me use his cup.
Oh,
hey, where's it at? I can't find it. It's in a house somewhere.
Maybe I got it over here.
Chris says, what small tire guys are going to be there? Been a while since I've came to the track. It's a good question.
I'm going to be there. Cameron, you coming next weekend? Talking about Arc City. What about the Brown? Yep. I know Foreman's are on here as well. Phillips's.
It'd be fun.
See if we can get some personal best in there. I seen we'll talk about it here in a second, but Mason broke over the weekend. So was Phillips as well. And Foreman's right there. He's getting right there at the end. Oh, Phillips is coming. They want a shot at that 399. Nice.
Cool.
Nice. Well, ready to get some pictures rolling there, bud? I know Troy A's is going to be there. We had a Troy A sighting out here in Wichita.
Yeah. Oh, we got more comments here. Cameron says, we went under a little surgery. Don't know if I'll make it or not. Trying to get ready for Georgia. Oh.
Okay. See how it goes. There he goes. He's calling a shot. Babe Ruth. Calling a shot.
Boom! Devin says, I don't know, am I?
Well, you got the answer, Gary. Are you gonna let him come over?
He'll sneak in under radar like last time.
Oh well, that's probably true. I know all the secrets.
I don't know nothing.
Yeah. Well, that'll be fun either way. As long as he gets some car count going for that 5,000. We'll have to see if old Brian Carpenter's going to show up as well.
Oh, have you heard anything out of the Carpenters?
No, I'll hit him up. But you hear anything out of Scott?
Nope.
Right.
I was going to hit him up today. I was going to send him a text and say, hey, you got any inside dirt on anything it's just 2 weeks away, you know?
Well, and Heckman said he was already coming as well. So that's another one that's a lock.
Didn't that sound better? You hear all that? I muted his mic. That was, wow, rough. Anyway, that was Blake's mic. I had a lot of feed over here. Okay. Are you ready to roll with some?
Whenever you're ready.
Well, let's hit this first.
Okay.
Mr. and Mrs. Dowell celebrating an anniversary. Woo, woo,
woo.
Yesterday, right?
Yep, 28 years, man.
Man.
A car show and then a little dinner. Holy cow.
Let me try this.
Yeah, I'm sure. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, we had a good time, man. That's the thank you, Cameron. That's the Textron Aviation Car Show. Myself, Troy Aves. Troy Aves is kind of the leader of it, and myself, another guy named Josh, put this together. It's our third year. We started out with like 35 cars. We had 50 last year, and this year we had 82. All the proceeds go to the Kansas Food Bank. So
cool.
Thank you, Show. Appreciate that.
Where did you guys go for dinner?
We nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. We just go out here to
not Sonic for a corn dog, right?
No corn dogs or nothing like that. I got to step my game up. It's anniversary. Yeah, she made me a super, super nice dinner tonight too. That's why I was a little late getting on the mic. Chicken parmesan out of the handmade. It was nice. I was watching the Chiefs game go down the wire when she finished it up. So,
oh man,
appreciate everybody saying that. Congratulations, Chris. 35 years as well. Thank you, Brandon. Oh, yours is the same day? That's awesome. All right. That's awesome. Cool.
Oh, I was
Thanks
responding.
For the shout out there, Gary.
Yes, sir. No problem. Yep. That's
thank you, Mr. Foreman.
James Foreman. Awesome. Congrats to you guys.
Yeah. She's a keeper after 28 years, keeping up, still letting me do this car stuff, drag her to a car show, morning of. She left a little bit after there, went and did some shopping, got her nails and hair done and all that good stuff, But,
she might think you're a keeper too, maybe.
Oh yeah, I try. I just do what I'm told. I got advice for any of the fellas out there. Just do what you're told. Get through that 28 years. Yeah. And then she'll let me buy turbos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I think she likes your cars.
That's it.
And your dog.
I think that's her dog. That's awesome. Cool. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate it.
Yep. You're welcome. That's a great achievement.
Yeah.
Achievement, that's a weird word, but
it is. Yeah. You don't, it's tough.
Yep. Well, congrats to you and many more to go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Yep. I rolled over here after work yesterday to the car show and hung out a little bit with you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. They're filing in here. We're getting set up, got the cones all set up and everything, how to bring them in. And like I said, we end up having 82 entries, which is awesome. Yeah. Troy said it. We're going to get 100 next year. So that's a good cause. Yeah. It all goes to the food bank. So bring money, bring a case of food to get in. So
is that the entry is food donation and stuff like that? Cool.
Yeah. And I'll get to your shout out here in a second as soon as we get that picture up. So
right. And as cool as that deal is, and for what it's for fundraiser donation and food drive and stuff. I will try to take my car to that next year because we won't be racing. If it's in your schedule to do that, your schedule is clear, so we won't be racing. So it'd be perfect.
Yeah. Well, funny you say that because we start, planning this 6-8 months ago, whatever it is. And so there's a room full of people, these vice presidents and everything in there. And we went to the schedule. Troy goes, Rodney, bring up the race calendar. It's like, okay. Like, they're like, this weekend? Nope. We're going to be over here, this weekend? Nope. And then we had this weekend.
That's awesome. Yeah. It's priorities, right?
Exactly, man. That's it.
So it wasn't it in October last year?
It was. And so we brought it to the left a little bit just to stay away from it cooling off and everything.
Got it. Here's a car we haven't seen for a little while. Billy Page's car.
Yeah.
Looking good.
He said he's going to be there in a couple of weeks. He's going to make it his goal. So
cool.
Yeah, he made it out there. And these are early too. They started filing in. I was just kind of going around with my phone.
He's like limited legal, right?
Yeah, he's a big block nitrous deal. So next year, he was asking me about that. There was 2 or 3 people other there. Jeremy Wortman was asking me about limited for next year, and as so it's starting to get a hold of it.
Cool. Look at that, out in the wild west, wide open is Troy's car out in the sunlight.
Got us out in the sunshine after 2 years, right? Roughly. Yeah. With all them turbers and big old Pro Mod intake on there and everything. Just me giving him crap. But it was good to see that. And we'd have these meetings throughout the year. And I told him, I go, even we had to push that thing to the spot, it's got to be there this year. And but it did. He drove it off the trailer, drove it in there, and so it was a good time to see it. And then the car next to it is a Hemi Charger there, and it won its class. And so that
Troy says,
3
years, man. God. Yeah, that Charger next to it was really cool. I was digging that.
Yeah, we had a funny car there and had a cornhole tournament. It was a good time.
Last weekend we was at the racetrack with your car, and I thought it was a race car, but it was sitting there looking like a show car yesterday. Man.
Oh yeah, polished.
Gee whiz.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Wait till Troy gets some polished wheels on his car, man.
That's that intake.
Man, no kidding. Troy, for real, your car looks really great. Can't wait to see it back on the track, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, just 10 seconds. This guy here, Jason Oates, last year, his son found his high school car. They were separated for like 15, 20 years. They found it in Chicago, and he went and got it. They looked up the VIN. Local, they called the guy out of the blue, just said, hey, you still got this car. And so they end up making a deal, and he went and re-got it. That's a car guy story right there,
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. It was a second gen Camaro. Split bumper.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah.
Troy said he just threw up in his mouth.
Oh, come on now. You want some polished wheels. You know you did.
Oh, Troy. And here's a project we did Wednesday night.
Yeah. So shout out to Gary, but shout out to Keith Lopez and Overcheck Automotive. They donated the parts on the right. The flywheel, the ring gear, all the springs, valves, and that sort of thing. The little turbo, camshaft. Gary welded all that stuff up Wednesday night. That's when we stepped out and watched the little skyrocket go over our.
Oh man!
And then
that's right.
The stuff on the left there, those other rods and pistons, that's stuff out of my motor from a few seasons back. But they make good trophies, and so everybody had a good time with them.
So it looks to me like your car runs on 5 cylinders.
Well, I didn't want to donate everything. I want my own, paperweight as well.
So this wasn't everything then?
No.
Okay. Thought you found some weird magic secret.
No.
You just leave a few cylinders empty.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff's fun to put together. It's kind of fun to just hold it here, weld it here. How about here, weld, and then you just come up with something,
Yeah. Well, and it's cool too, because I'll take them around the next day to the different departments, and everybody just geeks out over it and thinks it's so cool.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Where are you racing next then?
We were going to be at Flying H next weekend, but on Tuesday we found out that they are not going to be running the small tire program. And then so the following weekend will be at Arc City for their big heads up series. And I think this is the one that's 5,000 to win. Am I correct?
Yes, that's right. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to this and bringing in a lot of heavy hitters and, talking to Maybauer, talking to the Harpers. They want this weekend moving forward to be their summer nights, their street machines, that sort of thing, where they
can grow the pot,
right? What's that?
And grow the pot too.
Yeah, and grow the pot. Yeah, they were trying to hit 7,500. I don't know if we'll make it by then, but yeah, they were trying to do that. I see Schultz's question there.
Yep. Wes says, what classes are they running at Arc City?
Let's see if I got a flyer.
You got the flyer there?
I do. All right. So they have let me look at this. They have a outlaw entry, of course, for big tires. They got a small tire class, 28s, 275s, engine diaper. They have a second chance race. And then they don't have a limited style class this year. They got it set up for next year. 12.0 index, 750 index, 650 index, 580 index. So they got all the indexes covered for sure. But that's what's on their flyer right here. I know they're getting a new flyer ready. And then I believe another thing that they added too are two classes. They have a DOT street truck class, and that's what Chris Wilson was talking about, taking that money from BY. So he got scared and sold his truck apparently out of no detail.
That's right.
But that Brian may or may not come up to me. He's like, "Hey man, get the keys to this thing. I got to get rid of it this week."
Hey, talking about that, maybe Chris got scared.
Is that what happened?
Maybe Chris contacted that dude and said, "Hey, go buy that truck back from Brian, so I don't have to deal with it."
Yeah. Then they got to go away. They got a drag and drive class as well, and little 30-mile cruise, 1,000 to win, 100 entry. So a little bit of everything. Get in where you fit in for sure.
Yep.
I know the track will be on kill. I know the temperatures are going to be fantastic, and like I said, 5,000 to win. Second chance race is no entry on that, and for the second chance. So, and I think he said that was 1,000 to win that one.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I hope we answered your question there, Wes.
Yeah, but, and there's no specific like 8.5, the little 8.5 slick.
Not this one,
but specific like that.
Yeah, but I mean, Show can run with those cats. He can run with those.
Oh yeah,
put some, some little 275s on.
Joseph Thomas has any details on the drag and drive class? Is that stuff on their website? You might have it there too.
Just talking through about it, all the tech for the 8th mile. It's a heads up. Clocks will be shown 275 or 28.10.5. So current insurance, tags, that sort of thing. Working headlights, front seats and dash, all that kind of stuff. If it came with it from the factory as far as fiberglass and everything, you can run it. So you just do a little cruise, come back and get in line. 1,000 to win, $100 to enter.
That's a piece of cake for you, Joseph, you and your dad. That's right down your guys' alley of operation. That's easy stuff for you guys.
Yeah, they said something about a 20-mile cruise. They're actually talking to the local police department in Arc City because you guys know they have the car show during the day. So they're thinking about, cruising in there, cruising through that so people in the park see what's going on, part of the cruise, come back out to the racetrack and that's what things are thought. So, but it should be a good time. Like I said, they want this to be their kind of, big one coming up at the, each year their blowout for the heads up, if you will. Which
that'd be cool.
Definitely putting the effort into it.
Yep. Be
Good
a really
question.
cool deal. Make that deal grow.
Yeah. And then next year it'll grow even more because like you've seen, they're talked about working with the Titans guys, and they brought Limited on as well to run.
Yep.
So they already got their sponsorship for that. So it'll be a good time.
Yep. And Friday the 27th will be Test and Tune and Heads Up Series qualifying and burnout contest. I don't know any specifics on the burnout contest. That's Harper's deal, what he has going on there. But the 27th will be testing. The bikes will be there, the PMRA bikes. We like to run in conjunction with the bikes. We use the same track prep.
Yeah.
And it works really well.
Yeah, it really does. I don't know. I don't know if a 399 is going to happen, but whatever. The track will be there. There ain't no doubt about that. Then also just a shout out, because I've some people have actually called me and approached me. I told them, of course, call to the Harpers, but they asked if there would be a Friday night test, which I know there is. And then also they asked about maybe renting the track on Thursday if I knew anybody that would want to get down. So I just kind of passed that information on. There's a couple people that are thinking about wanting to do something midweek as a track rental. So just give it the Harpers. He'll lock that in.
Right. This is 2 different weather forecasts for that weekend. It looks really good. So
yeah, what that is, everybody knows, that's turbo air is what's on there. So that's turbo air right there. And so hopefully everybody can run their personal best. What's all about, And just like the 16-year-old did right over the weekend.
Yes.
Right?
Are you telling the nitrous guys to hurry up and get turbos on their car instead?
I'm not leaning one way. I'm just telling you what I know. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yep. Very good. It should be a great event, good weather, great time. Yeah. It's going to be fun. Yep. Getting close to the Ozark stuff with what went down this weekend, but the Phillips had a post. They said they had a great weekend of racing at Street Machines. Didn't get either car to the winner's circle, but Zach got to go some rounds, and Adam went 425 in the quarterfinals. It felt good to go in the 20s at our home track. This race has always been a special one for our family. When the kids were young, they missed school for Street Machines holiday. It's funny.
That's what I'm talking about.
We would be at the track from Thursday to Sunday. Lots of great memories. They had a really good post about this, and part of this that I thought was really cool was where they wanted to go 20s at their home track. And that's kind of like you last year. You ran good at Tulsa and stuff, and you wanted to get that good number also to Arc City, and you did. Yeah. It worked out.
Yeah. Tulsa, Ennis, and Arc City all worked out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Matt Ray, Steel Road Construction down there. Yes.
Yeah.
Do not go down to go across that bridge. You're not going to make it.
Right. Take the earlier exit. Take Oliver.
Just consider that being constructed until next year.
Yeah.
So. Yep. That's from the Phillips. They had a great weekend. Brian Snyder, we've seen Brian. He's been on here conversing with us many times. We met him in person, face to face last week at Tulsa. Really cool dude, really nice car. He was at Street Machines running limited. He said, Street Machines is in the books. I pulled off the win. Always wanted to win this race, so it means so much to me that it almost still doesn't seem real. Way too many people to thank that I'm sure I'd forget someone, so I'll keep it short and sweet. To all my friends and help me chase my dreams, thank you. He was running 476, 475, 474, and 473.
Dang.
Good job, Brian. Man, that's cool.
That's awesome. Hats off to him. I think those were personal bests each time, and they basically ran out of time. He just needed, 4 more hits.
Keep chopping.
It'd been in the 60s, Good
yeah.
for him. That's awesome.
Yeah, when I talked to him last week, he said it had been a 77 was the best. So just chopping them numbers off.
Heck yeah.
Yep. If you're a fast streetcar driving, race it and drive it and do all kinds of crazy stuff, this is your week, because Rocky Mountain Race Week is down south this week. Drag Week is up north this week. They're both running on the same week. Recommend Race Week is starting in Lufkin, Texas. They go to Enos. They go to Louisiana, Monroe, Louisiana, back to Lufkin, Texas. That goes on all this week. You can find feed on that on YouTube. It's really fun to listen and watch that. Drag Week is also this same week. They're in Ohio and Indianapolis, Martin, Michigan, Milan, Michigan, back to Ohio. So I don't think this has ever been done before. Both of them on the same week. Yeah. And not for, I'm sure it's not for any reason, just logistics and timing and everything. It's just how it works out. You know, you use the time that you can use and the track you can get to. And there's probably 300 or 400 per event, I bet. So it's not like they're stealing cars from each other. There's plenty of race cars to go around.
Yeah.
Street cars. Yep. That's a cool deal. Maybe we'll watch that on YouTube, and Motor Trend carries the Drag Week stuff. So
awesome.
Yep. This is bracket racing stuff. Not really our scene, but this was pretty impressive numbers. This was put out on Thursday from Drag Illustrated. The $1 Million Drag Race. This is at St. Louis. 729 entries for Wednesday's Summit Racing Equipment $50,000 main event. They have multiple races on this deal throughout the week, but 729. Man, that's a lot of racers.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And they finished that up too, right? They crowned the $1 million and crowned the 100,000.
Yeah, I'm not sure what all broke down money wise with that, but
yeah, they have 2 events. I think we were talking about earlier, the guy that won the 100, he was from Flying H, was he not?
I'm not sure. Blake will know. But he's from that Topeka or Kansas City area. I think Larry Piper won one of them big money deals.
Yeah.
They had a big division. Huh?
That's like something you would win, big money deal, you know?
Oh, well, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Heck yeah.
Gee whiz. Lauren Dodd was there, and the Wheeler Boys, and Carl Jones.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. It's just good to see, drag racing alive and well. Get in with
Yep. Yeah, that's impressive numbers, man.
Ain't that the truth?
This guy, we've seen this guy on TV. This is Mayhem.
Yeah, I see him.
It says, "I'm a Blue Nova." Mayhem says, "I'm a Blue Nova at War in the Woods, about to do a burnout."
Oh my goodness!
and there he is.
Oh my goodness! Hey, if anybody would have got seriously hurt, I wouldn't be laughing. But I'm just laughing because this was crazy. I saw that Nova started to peel out. I don't know if one tire was wet, one tire was dry, whatever, and it hooked and went left. And these guys were just couldn't get out of the way fast enough. I think it went all the way to the guy with no shirt on in the right. Right. Ended up getting smacked or moved out of the way or whatever. Man, that's crazy. Luckily, it didn't hurt anybody seriously, and that's the only reason we're laughing about it. But this is, man, and I would hate to be a racer having to concentrate and do a burnout like two people. That would just, I don't know if I'd like that.
Yeah, that's kind of,
yeah.
Certainly, somebody's got to have some black and blue bruises out of that deal.
Oh my goodness, that one dude went airborne.
Mm-hmm.
I can see his feet right there touching the sky.
Yep, it's like they're doing the keg dunk. We've seen them guys do the keg dunk at.
Yes.
He's practicing for the keg dunk at Jake's Pit.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yep.
Wow.
Blake says I can hear Gary, but can hear you fine.
Can't hear Gary.
Can you hear me all right, Rod? Okay. We'll work it out.
Yeah.
You sent this. This is Boost 12, also known as Joey Rabiola. I think that's how you say his last name.
Yeah.
Says,
Joey on fast. That's all it really is,
With the decline, with the decline of no prep events locally this year. A few weeks ago, we decided to run some local prep stuff and haven't stopped working and trying stuff since. What a ride it's been in such a short period. to light up the first ever side-by-side 3-second runs by small tire cars at our local home track, Great Lakes Dragway, was something special for us, and we won't ever forget it. Thanks to every single person that was as pumped on it as we were. We don't know this guy. We don't hang out with these guys. But the important part of that is first ever side-by-side 3-second run, and his first sentence where he says the decline of no prep locally.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah,
I've been following this guy for a minute, and watching him transition through, doing his thing. And yeah, he's definitely someone to watch. And to go 390 anything is just incredible. Side by side, what a race, right? Where are they located at?
Yep. This Great Lakes Dragway, that's not big news from like SGMP or Bradenton and stuff like that. This is from a little racetrack outside of Racine, Wisconsin, north of Chicago. Little track. It looks like this with fields surrounding it. This looks like Arc City. It looks like Ozark. Just a little, like you could call like a little mom and pop's track. Getting it done with the small tire 399s. That's impressive. And it's not a big venue like the SGMP duck deal and the big stuff that goes on in Florida. So
right. Texas.
Yep. Yeah, Texas. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to them.
Yeah. Pretty impressive. That's pretty awesome.
Right.
All right. You're froze up, but I can still hear you.
I feel good.
A couple comments popped up here. Mrs. Harper. I'm missing some comments on the deal over here. North of Chicago. Okay, it's show. Mrs. Harper says 1 class of small tire. I'll get you the rules. Okay.
Probably talking about the question earlier from
last
show.
Yep. And Kimberly Choate says he runs, or Wes says he runs with Brandon Mork and that crowd in the no prep scene up there. Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
Heck yeah. That's awesome.
Ozark had Street Machine Nationals this weekend. The 33rd Tim Slavens, they renamed it. But that went down this weekend. Outlaw 10-5 winner Jake Mason. Runner-up was Bobby Thompson. That's the black. Is that the black Camaro, right? Pro Charger deal?
It is. And I got some questions about this as soon as you get done.
Okay. Outlaw 8-5. Wes and Kimberly Choate in the spare chain Scarlet. Runner-up was Mike McDaniel. Mm-hmm. Limited 275. Babyface Brian Snyder. LS Mafia Racing. Runner-up is Drake Cole. Clown Posse Racing. Pro Mod winner Jason Lansdowne. Pro Street winner Dustin Klein. Runner-up was Steve Huntley. Junior Dragster winner Lily Klein. Runner-up Austin Choate. Show Me Outlaws motorcycle class. Winner John Jones. Runner-up Heather Wagner. 550 index winner Richard Potter. Runner-up Michael Roberts. 650 index winner Gary Scott. Runner-up Ronnie Service. And Pro Tree No Box winner Matt Sampetro. Runner-up Brock Tellman.
Nice.
Had a lot of classes.
A lot of classes. A lot of good racing there. That's awesome.
Yep. Wow. And I got pictures of the winners of the classes. These pictures are put together courtesy of Fodad Racing Media. Shout out to Chris Hogan at Fodad for these really cool pictures.
Really good job.
He puts together.
Live feeds.
Yep. And the live feed. Jake Mason and his crew, Outlaw 10-5. The Choke crew with the Outlaw 8-5 winner. Babyface Brian Snyder, limited 275. Hey, look at this. Look at the picture now. What's he drinking? Is he drinking milk or iced tea or what? Surely he's not old enough for an adult beverage. See, he's got a cup he's tipping.
What is that?
Is he drinking Gold Bond?
That's the secret sauce.
It's probably iced tea or milk or something, right?
He's got the whole crew behind him. That's for sure. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. Congrats, Brian. Pro Mod winner, Jason Lansdowne. Cool looking 57 Chibi.
Yeah.
Pro Street winner, Dustin Klein.
Cool.
Junior Dragster, Lily Klein.
Nice.
The motorcycle, John Jones. 550 Richard Potter.
Okay.
650 Gary Scott. Pro Tree No Box, Matt Sampetro. And look at that. What's going on there?
That's what I want to talk about. That's the Bennett boy on Smalls, right?
It is, yes.
That's what I'm saying. So, Gary, luckily enough, I was able to watch some of Chris Hogan's live feeds, you know, and I know Foreman's out here. I think Spaniak, maybe Mason's on as well. But there was something in the air. I'm here to tell you, because like the dew all over the roof, dew all over the windows. That played this into this. What I'm getting ready to talk about. But I don't know if it was the first or second round, and Spaniak decided to leave early. And so he led early, gave the red light. I don't remember who he was racing. So I thought, man, it's a heavy hitter out early, you know. And then so that was going on. I saw the bet on Smalls. And then Betty White and Heckman are racing, okay? So Foreman's in the left lane, Heckman's in the right lane. Foreman turns on the first bulb, or scratch that. Heckman turns on the first bulb. Foreman turns on his first bulb, and I rewound this, and then he turned on his second bulb. It wasn't a fast click, you know what I mean? It was, click, and then of course Heckman put it to the wood to get up, and he got timed out, didn't get in, and then like I said, there's something in the air, and then come out the next run. We're in the semis now, and Foreman did a Rodney Dow, left early. And then the black fourth gen Camaro hit the tires, so he's on to the final. And then so now here comes the next group of semis, and we got Mason in the right lane. We got, I think his name's Andre. Help me out with the black blue 69 Firebird.
Craig Ondrick.
Yeah. So they're lining up, and I'm watching. So Mason turns on his first ball, but something's going on. You can tell. I don't know, the door open. You're just watching this little video, this little phone, and then so like something's going on. You could just tell. And so then Andre puts on his first bulb. He puts on his second bulb as Mason is backing out of the beams. Whoa! So then Greg, for whatever reason, puts it on the wood. That's a Pro Charger car. Well, then Mason can see him, whatever was going on exactly. I'm not sure. Well, he put it back in first or whatever, got back in there. By this time, this Pro Charger, you know how like you first put it on the beam or first put it on the wood and it starts clacking, and then you got it on there long enough, it goes to another tone. That's where we're at. And then so he gets back in, Mason does. They take off. I thought Mason was DQ because I thought he lit all of his bulbs and then got back out, but he wasn't. He didn't light his final bulb. I went and rewatched it. Just a lot of like craziness going on.
Wow. Yeah.
Things. Even Hogan's like, man, there's something in the air tonight. But I do have to say, Mason was running a string of teens.
Oh, 15, wow.
15. And I think in the final, he went a 14. I mean, for real. Hats off to him. I don't know what they found, but they're definitely were running teens all night. So yeah, just to recap, I was watching those videos last night. Appreciate Fodad, going live so I can watch that. So that's all.
Wow. I'll have to go check out them videos.
Yeah, it was good.
I didn't see any of that last night.
Yeah. Foreman, are you here? Do you see anything? Are you chiming in? I see Larry Hunt watching.
So I wonder if Bennett will bring this car to Park City in a couple weeks.
So. I hope so. He's on Smalls. He's ready. That's a Pro Charger deal, right?
Yep.
There you go. Yeah, even Devin Brown went in the 30s in the Silver Bullet.
Dang.
Yeah. Track was, air was good. So, and then you saw Phillips went in the 20s. Heckman was, don't quote me, in the teens or in the 20s,
Right.
But yeah.
Man, fast stuff. I hope they all come over here in 2 weeks. Every one of them.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Yep. And this is a pretty cool picture. Ozark posted. And a little shout out here, Ozark, you did it again, ORP Nation. After 2 days of waiting, you had an incredible Street Machines 2024. First and foremost, let's thank our outstanding staff, crew, medical team, concession, and gate workers, everyone in the tower. We could not do what we do without each and every one of you. To our racers and fans, you guys are the heartbeat of Ozark Raceway Park. There's some incredibly fast cars. Every car that went down the track put on a show for the fans. The fans. So many of you traveled far and wide for Street Machines. I lost track. You spent your hard-earned money on a little track in the woods and stayed until the early morning hours to watch those final races. There's a good crowd of people there. That's a great event.
Yeah. That is awesome. I mean, you said it right there, and it's just so cool to race in front of fans. You know what I mean? Like this.
Yeah.
It's so cool to be able to put that on there. So that's just awesome.
Yep.
You know,
ready to go to Blake?
The biggest.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and bring Blake in. But I think the biggest race that, we did in front of fans was at the Streetcar Takeover, was it not this year?
Probably.
Yeah, Flying H.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, those bring good spectator counts.
Yeah.
Larry Hunt says it felt good to get behind the wheel. Well, let's get Blake on here and
let's do it.
See what's up. Hey, Blake.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good. Man, good. Thanks for hanging out down there. Sorry about the wait there.
That's no problem. Give me a little time to get done what I was doing.
Oh, right. Win-win. Win-win. What is that? Is that a Kansas City shirt? Is that a
Kansas City shirt? Yes, Kansas City shirt.
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I logged out, logged back in, and it come back.
Okay.
It was just
okay. Good.
You see what I got?
Man.
Oh, yeah. I like that shirt, too.
Flying H.
Yeah.
That's right. Nice. Well, thanks for coming on. Awesome. We talked a few weeks ago about you coming in this week, talk a little bit about SmackDown. I'm not going to lie. I was a little, had a little tear in my eye on Tuesday night, and that news came out. And so we can talk through that a little bit as well. And,
absolutely.
Anyway, that was what we're kind of thinking, and anything else that anybody wants to talk about, Gary wants to talk about, Blake wants to talk about, it's all good.
Yeah, for sure. We can talk about that first. The whole small tire deal, that was my baby. I mean, I brought that to Scott and wanted to grow that this year. We're going to continue to make it work, whatever it is. But early in the year when we put our schedule out, we knew the SmackDown was going to happen, and Keith told us pretty on. He said, "Hey, you're going to have to get some car count growth throughout the year, because at that race we got to have enough cars to, when you put, enough small tire prep down, we got to be able to knock it off for the other classes for Pro Mod, because that's our main. Not that they're not as valuable as a Pro Mod at this race, but when you race for 150,000, the track's got to lean towards what they need. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. And we seen, I got a lot of the racers in a group chat and kind of put the word out that, hey, we need to register. And I should have put more posts maybe on Facebook and said, hey, you got to register. But it's from a track side of it that I see now, it's hard to put out there, hey, we're not getting car count. Can you register? Because I'm on the Facebook page. As soon as we post any post about anything about, hey, you need to enter, pre-enter, or you'll get 20 Facebook messages to one post within 5 minutes. Hey, are there not going to be any cars here? If there's not cars here, can I get my money back? You know what I mean? So it's a tough line to cross. And then me and Keith kicked back and forth for weeks on how to get it up. That's why we added 580 first, try to get more entry up. And it just, we had 3 cars entered. We had 2 in Outlaw, which one of them was right, and then 1 in True Street.
Tim was the other. Tim Webb.
Tim Webb was the other. And I hate it because I know we just wanted to do it last week, then wait till this week because we need to try to find something, because we have to have filler for Saturday because we'll be in second round on everybody come Saturday. And throughout the year running the small tire stuff, when we come out with the rules, we allowed the PBR, the radio. And the track has been good enough, that's what everybody's leaned towards. So if the track wasn't good, everybody come up on PBR and just be spinning, well, then they'd be mad at me for not having a good enough track. You know what I mean? So it was a fine line to know what to do. And, you know, I take a lot of heat from the track side of it for it being too good, which,
Yeah.
you know, hard. The track is new, and, you know, I'm a racer first, and I'm also with our track. And I'll tell you right up front, I never thought I'd get into, I do the track prep at the track when Jimmy's not there. Jimmy Bradshaw comes in and prep it at Midwest and Streetcar Takeover and stuff. And me and Jimmy's turning real good friends. And you get addicted to it like you do your car. You want to make it better than it was last time. You know what I mean? So it's hard to back it up when you're wired that way.
Yeah.
You know, it's like your car. You go out and you go 450 one week and you go 430 the next. You're like, nah, I'm gonna go back around 470.
Right.
It's hard to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And plus, you know, you expect, and once you do that, everybody expects it for that quality. You know what I mean? I don't want to be out there scraping the track. Like I went ahead, like last week, we had an ET finals this week, which is just a bracket race. We had 450 cars.
Woo.
Me and my wife and Mel, a good friend of ours, we were scraping the track because we were running a pretty small staff. We scraped the entire 8th mile 3 nights last week because we wanted that rubber to be, now it's a smooth rubber because we had 400 bracket cars. I mean, it looks like a sheet of glass rubber just where it would be good this week. So, I mean, it's not fun to do that to make it good, but it's just, that's what you get hooked into doing that, you know, and it's about a quality. You know, it's hard to, if you're wired to be a quality person and you want to be good at it, it's hard to not do that.
Right.
So, and you know, we all like going fast, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard. So some of it was my fault throughout the year on losing some car count a lot of slick guys got mad at me because it was too radial prep. I had people show up and, hey, it was too radial prep, but I always glued and then drug. You know what I mean? And that, you know, that's, you know, most places, if it's radial prep, they drag and then glue. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I tried to at least do that. You know what I mean? And I would glue at a different speed than I would at Streetcar Takeover. Or when I'm helping Jimmy, we glue at a different speed, you know, for a radio race, of course. So I didn't full on lead radio prep, but you know, when you get enough cars going down it turns into really good.
Sure.
Yep.
So just in return, so that's what I'm getting at. Some of the lack of car count was partially my fault. You know what I mean? I'll take, you know, throughout, just because there was a fine line. I got it too good, so the slick tire ties didn't come. Well, then I had our girls in the office called a lot of people that had raced with us this year. And of course they asked, how's the prep going to be? You know what I mean? So the radio guys they were kind of hesitant on coming, worrying if it was going to be good enough to make the PBR work. You know, so that's what I mean. So I just want to get that. I understand that some of it was kind of the fine line we were walking throughout the year, but we were all learning.
Yeah.
We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna have another race in October. We're gonna try to do some more stuff with purse. I know money don't make up for it, but if we pay farther back, try to pay a little more, at least makes it feel like, you know, we know, hey, we understand. We want to make it right with our racers and do a little more.
Right.
You know? And it just the one we had to cancel early in the month, the Nine Heroes, the round track just had to have that date. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And we try to run pretty close within a few days when they do stuff. And it's literally, you got to go in before they race, scrape the 330, completely scrape, come back in, wash the whole quarter mile, both lanes with a tenant, start prepping from scratch. And it's hard to turn it around in 24 hours.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, we've got the words got out there. We don't want to cancel a bunch of stuff. That's not what we want to do. I mean, the whole small tire deal was my idea. That's what I want. I don't even run it, but I like it. You know what I mean? It's right there a pro mod to me. I like those cars. And I think because I think an average guy can go run it and be competitive at it and have a good time in it. You know, that's why I think I like it so well.
And that's us. We're not business owners or anything like that. You know, we're just here to have a good time. Do you get feedback as far as the pre-register about, you know, the little bit extra cost with fees or anything instead of just going to the gate day of?
Yeah. And we had a lot of complaints, you know, about pre-registering. And the only reason we do that is, you know, with this race, we got a ton of cars and we're going to have a lot of big rigs. Well, we want to make sure, you know, if we have 40 or 50 of them, we got to find a way to squeeze them in spots that they can get into once we have 150 cars parked. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And this guy wants to park with this guy wants to park with that guy. He's holding us park for this here. He parks on Tuesday. He's gonna be here on Friday. And you can't accommodate everybody, but you at least try to.
Mm-hmm.
And Midwest Drag Racing Series does a great job at planning, and they're so organized. It's unbelievable. I mean, the amount of work they do before a race is just unbelievable, and they have it to science, and they needed to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even though we have about 180 paved spots, for big rigs, it's you could tighten up and get them all in there, but I think you'd have to know in advance, hey, I'm going to have 190, and we can make them all fit, and that's what we're trying to do.
So let's talk about that too, because the last time Gary and I was out there, we've been twice. We hopefully can get in one more before the end of the year. Of course, the lower level was paved, and I think that I call it the middle level where you can see over the track was gravel, but I believe it's paved now.
Oh, it's all that whole level paved. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. And then there's one more level out there, though, right? Is there one more like back behind still?
Yeah, it's still gravel.
Okay.
It was so expensive to asphalt the other. We're kind of debating on putting some sand and grass in that area, because a lot of people like parking in grass because they got pets or kids or whatever. So we're thinking about maybe doing that, because if you take care of the grass, it's got a sand base or something. I don't think everybody would mind parking in grass. You know what I mean? Up there, but if you have a race that's got 200 cars, it's a pretty big race.
Yeah.
We just got to get rid of the gravel for dust and stuff mainly.
Sure. Well, and even that day we were out there, it was so packed.
Yeah.
People were riding on those little scooters and stuff and just riding along,
Yeah. It's really hard.
Yeah, you put calcium on it and stuff like that, try to keep the dust and everything down much as you can,
Yeah. Well, we were planning on parking up there, this weekend because we wanted to overlook the track, and so we were already saying, we know we're going to be pro mods are going to be down there in the lower level. We'll get up there in the middle and get our spot, and that sort of thing. That was our little plan.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well,
okay.
I know the whole track, especially me. I feel bad that we had to move things around. I really, really do. It wasn't something that we wanted to do, but it's just something that we honestly needed to do, because if car count's been down all or over this year. You know what I mean? We've tried a couple races. Especially, the one that we had, I think Mocan, or the one we had on top of the Titans of 10-5. They're here in points, and their weather looked bad, and we need, and we went ahead and moved some stuff around, and it's so tough because we don't want to see anybody show up and have 10 cars. You know what I mean? Because especially now that I see it from a track side of it, and I never understood that before. I mean, you need each and every car that's there to just try to get a little bit of money back to break even, and plus put on a show. You know what I mean? I felt so. Our first no prep, we had a no prep first of the year. We had 1,500 people in the cans and like 8 cars. I felt so bad. We were letting them make test runs, everything else, just trying to make a show out of it.
Right. Yeah. So, and just open it up here. Moving forward, are you saying make sure you do pre-registered?
No, it was just this Midwest race because we have so many cars coming.
Okay.
The rest of our small, I think moving forward, like the Hooktober, and then moving forward into next year, we're going to kind of run the similar like class structure we ran at the Fox Hunt. We'll have like one, like a super pro class, because they kind of can put rubber down and kind of help throughout the day as filler, where you don't have to turn. Because if we try to just have an index and just the 2 or 3 heads up classes, there's not enough time in between rounds. It's not, it's a 4 to 6 hour show, which sounds good until somebody breaks something, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's what we'll do, and it won't be an issue at that. We're trying to have the 140 to 150 car range with Super Pro and stuff. Pro, that won't be much of an issue. It was just this race with having so many. I mean, Keith's trying in the Midwest, trying to get everybody. He don't want to sell tickets at the gate. You know what I mean? Because we want to know everything in advance, where everybody's got to park a spot before you get there.
Yeah.
Right.
But we got people parked now. I mean, it's Sunday, so.
Hey, I got a question here from the Shoat crew, Kimberly and West Shoat, that says the Fox Hunt didn't have limited class. Will it be coming back? The limited class?
Yeah, and we're gonna run the limited class as the rules where we had early all year at Hooktober. We're going to look at that this winter. I'm going to try to get a group of racers together. So I had a larger group. I'm kind of make a smaller group, pick 5 or 10, kind of like that. We did that in our bracket series. We actually got 16 of them, and kind of got a group of them together and kind of voted on some stuff. I'm gonna kind of get a group of racers together and kind of see if we want to adapt kind of a universal limited rules for around the area or what they think will be best.
Yeah.
Right.
I was thinking about that today, actually, while I was mowing it.
Yeah.
These classes, with the Titans, yourself, Arc City, just the whole, however you want to say it, 5-hour drive or whatever, can kind of run the same type of classes.
Yeah.
I think more people would build something,
Yeah. And that's something if, I'm open to, as far as us, if Titans, Arc City, if we could just, as far as the track side of it, hey, you get your dates, we're the newest one, this party, we'll stay off these dates. We'll make it work. We'll run the same rules. And I think if we all of us will benefit from car count.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Well, and a piggyback on that, Blake, even my guys that go racing with me all the time, they're like, they're even confused on what class runs slicks. And I have to put the slicks on. There. Oh, okay.
I know.
And it's confusing for people,
I know.
Yeah. But that's great though, to collaborate with the other tracks for rules and dates. Then everybody can just set their calendar and roll.
See, the only thing that got us this year, we didn't know if we were going to be done for one, because we were still, and plus the round track had their schedule out so early, and we had those dates, so we and everybody had their date of races already. I knew like when the street machines were, when the hot summer nights was, so I knew when those were. So you have to stay off those, as far as local stuff, and then you have to stay off the round track dates. So it looks like a lot of dates, but it shortens up very, very fast.
Sure. Quick question. Like if you have your calendar set in January, let's say, because I hear Al and Larry talk about like they want to walk in PRI with their schedule. But like, let's say NHRA comes along and calls, or like Discovery Channel comes along and calls. Does that affect a date, or how's that work?
We let that happen this year with Discovery, or No Prep Kings, and it was they basically had to push their starting date back, and that was the only time. We probably wouldn't do that again if it had to happen. You know what I mean? And NHRA, they set their schedule. NHRA is actually setting their schedule, I think, next week for like the divisional stuff. We're not having a national, and stuff like that. But that'll all be set in stone next week, so that won't change. So,
no, fair. Just curious how that worked in the background,
Yeah, we should have we're going to try to have all our main stuff done pretty early. So,
Mrs. Harper here from Mid-America Dragway. She says our schedule will be done by the end of November. We have started filling in dates already.
Yep. Great.
Good collaboration. Good.
Yeah. The dirt track, is it long to live where it's at, or?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they fight weather and everything else, over there like everybody else, and that I think it's a little too large, honestly, and they go a little too fast, for what they are. I go to a lot of them over there just to kind of support them and watch, and they get so spread out from a fan's point, it kind of gets frustrating. You know what I mean? Because unless they get in the lap traffic, nothing really goes on.
Yeah, and Mrs. Harper follows up and says, "Feel free to call us anytime."
Okay, absolutely, I'll do that. Absolutely,
right on.
It's good stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
So how, I mean, like, like you just said before, we're all competitive. You want to make the track better and better and that sort of thing. So like we interviewed you, what was it? March or something right before
April 21st.
There you go. I knew you. And like, how'd you do? I mean, what do you think? How's it going? Is it everything you thought it was, or it would be
a lot of work? It's a lot of work. I know when Scott talked me into this, we talked about it. He said, I said, we're never going to get to race. He said, we'll race more. I said, no, we'll never get to race. I think I've made like 9 runs at the track the whole time. Well, I take it back. I made 13. I made 4 2 Saturdays ago. My plan was 2 Saturdays ago was go test, and we had our ET finals last weekend and have the car be ready to go. Well, I went out there and made 4 runs and broke everything in it. And thank goodness I got my crew guy, or car chief Robbie Clark. He has worked on the car, while I worked all weekend at the track. He's helped put the thing back together. And I looked at the car first time today, and first time in like 5 days. And he had it ready to start. And we literally have changed. We had to do body work. We didn't crash it, but we shook and broke. And
Oh man.
oh yeah, we had a rough test session, but we fixed it, and I get ready to go back at it Tuesday and test for this weekend.
Dang.
But the track, I mean, it's so much work. I mean, so like I never saw it from a racer side of it. Even like ET finals this weekend, so they start running at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I get there. I leave at 5:30 in the morning. I'll start dragging the track at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then you'll start dragging, plugging in. You'll go first thing, just plug in all sensors. 6 o'clock in the morning, you'll drag, spray at 7. They'll run to 8. You'll be nonstop all day. Do this, do that. Then when they're done at 11 o'clock at night, guess what? You got to scrape for 100 foot or stuff to get the rubber off, or we don't peel up for the next day. So I mean, it's literally 20 hour days.
Wow,
man.
Wow.
You never think of that. You're always in the pits working on her stuff, tearing up stuff from a racing side. So you never pay attention to it, but they're working just as hard on the track. I have a whole nother respect for it now.
I bet. Well, there's a lot goes into it, and I don't know if you saw Kyle's 1320 video where he talk about the track. He had a 1 hour video, street car takeover, but he was talking about the concessions and the gate person and just all the little things along the track. I thought he did a very good job on that.
Great.
It was a cool video.
Plus, I got a little interview myself, so of course I like it.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Larry Hunt with Titans at 10.5. Larry and Al Schoenwetter run that outfit, Titans at 10.5. He says we need to get together for a Titans race in 25 next year.
We talked about it last year, man. We just got so busy, and everybody was trying to get us, and we wanted to do something there, and we didn't really know what to do. You know what I mean? We didn't know. We hated to commit to anything because we didn't know if it was going to be done. We had the first no prep and had fake windows in the tower. Streetcar Takeover, the windows wasn't in the tower yet. There was temporary glass in one floor.
Yeah.
So, but definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
The restrooms, is there like a solid restroom outfit set up yet? Or
we're going to get back on some stuff this winter.
Okay.
We just got so busy doing everything else this summer, and just doing so we got to racing and running the track, and it was literally 2 weekends from April to the end of the year I had off, not at that track.
Wow.
When you run the round track, you got to get it ready to get the rubber, the sand and dirt off of it the following day. And there's something, it's like your house, when you're around your house in the summertime, you can want to do something, you don't have to do something, but you can want to, your maintenance this or maintenance that. You go to that track, there's something you have to do every time you're out.
Right. Is there any rumor of that track getting filled in, the dirt track? I hear that sometimes. I don't know if it's true or not.
No, not that I know of. No,
okay.
I've not heard that.
Yeah, that's good. Good. You just hear people talk about it. That's it's funny too, because the closer you get to it, the bigger that track is. You know what I mean?
It costs to fill that thing in. It'd be astronomical to fill.
Sure. Yeah. That's a big hole.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, the Hooktober deal, is the date of that still going to be the same date?
Yeah, it's same of that. The only thing we're going to change on that, so we, our King of Kansas City, the first of the year that we ended up not having because of weather, we got Wallies for that. The NHRA Wallies, the race for speed. We're going to give those out at that. That's why we kind of brought in the Hooktober and King of Kansas City in, because we have Wallies for that for all our small tire classes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
25th, 26th.
All right.
We'll do like an early test on Friday, same thing, and we'll have 2 qualifiers Friday night, 1 qualifier Saturday, and then, or either that or, some people, that late in the year, I like running the qualifier on Friday and maybe 2 on Friday, and then run eliminations later in the day and try to get it done in the evening, because the mornings are cold as the mornings are cold as they are at night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like to run it all during the day, because we're going to try to do a trick or treat for the kids at night and stuff like that.
Cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'll open your trailer. I'll be trick or treating. I'll be after some peanut butter cups.
Yeah.
Tony Phillips asks, will there always be a midnight curfew?
We're working that in the future. That's our CUP, our CUP, our use permit. That's how it is right now. Eventually that could change, but right now that's how it is.
Okay.
That's good.
I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie, because it forces us to get done. Because and we a couple bracket races this year. We run till midnight. Well, then next morning we start at 7 o'clock or something for like a Saturday Sunday bracket race. Well, when you get done at midnight and got to be back up and ready to go at 7 o'clock, that's a long couple of days.
Yeah,
that's missing some sleep.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But it kind of forces you to get done. You know what I mean? Kind of keeps you on schedule. I know everybody likes running at night because, you can go fast and it's tough during the summer, but it kind of at least keeps you pointed in the right direction because everybody likes not running at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, the dew falling. They at least like to try to get done,
Agree. So let's think through your week. Like, does it start tomorrow here, the SmackDown? Is it SmackDown week? How's this working?
So they're Jimmy Bulls and Ellen and I think Damon, all their Midwest staff is already here. They're already working at the track. They come in last night. We literally got done with ET finals at midnight last night, and Jimmy was already here, and he started this morning. And I worked on the car a little bit today, and should have got out there and helped today, but I was a little selfish and tried to get some stuff done. I'll go to the shop in the morning and work for a while. Tom Donovan, who has the shop with me, he works his butt off at the shop, helping me do stuff, keeps it going there while I'm trying to do the track stuff and race a little bit. Then he's going to work and be the starter at the track this week. And that's another thing. If you're any of your buddies, when you have a drag strip, your buddies are going to get put to work. Everybody is going to get put to work all the time. Like it or not, they come in there, they ain't going to get to watch much. They're going to get put to work.
Yeah. That's funny. I thought you get all the free test passes when your buddy owns the drag.
That's what Tom thought. Poor Tom's got a limited car we built, and it was a drag and drive car originally, and we switched it over, and we've been working on it and getting it ready to run limited stuff, big block nitrous deal, and it's sat there for 2 months because we've been busy at the track and everything else. We was wanting to have it out at the Fox Hunt, and he missed that. We was sure we'd make it for the SmackDown. Now he's missing that. I feel terrible about it. But, I feel selfish going racing, but it's just you think there's all this time, but there's not. We just run out of hours in the day.
Yeah.
But no, we'll start. We're going to test Tuesday. I'm going to be a racer this week. I'm going to help with the track stuff, very limited, hopefully. So I'm going to try to race this week and focus on doing that this week. And because this is probably the last time I race, unless we go down south and run the winter series maybe. But this is probably the last time I race for the year because we got a busy rest month and a half at the track. So
Sure.
Right.
And you got over 40 entries already in Pro Mod, is that right?
There's actually over 50.
Okay.
So they're releasing. I think there's 47 on that list now. They're releasing one every day. I think they'll start releasing 2 starting tomorrow. So
holy moly! Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's the way the payout structure and everything is. I mean, you're going to get to race one way, either in the first chance or the second chance race, and you're going to run for 150 or 250,000 or 150 or 25,000. One way or the other. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, and secretly, we wanted to come to this race not only to race small tire, but to watch this.
Watch the Pro Mod show, man.
Yeah, I think. It's going to be. It's going to be something. You see those shows, and we go to Florida and race. The World Series or the U.S. Street. You watch Pro Mod, 60 Pro Mods. You don't realize that's an hour and a half of Pro Mod.
Dang.
Yeah.
If nothing happens, right?
If nothing happens,
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
wow.
I don't know if I was more impressed of Mickey running. I think it was a 60 when we were there last, or changing his motor like 12 minutes or whatever that was.
Every round.
Golly, that guy. But that was some good racing.
Yeah,
and you had a good race that weekend as well. I was watching you, man. So congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. This weekend, everybody's going to have their A game this weekend. I feel like it's going to take 67 to 68 just to qualify. I really do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And a trailer full of engines, right?
Oh yeah, you better have everything you got loaded up.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's the bad part. That's the bad part and the good part about testing. You get more runs, but become Q1, you're down to 1.5 of everything probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
at least the other half of stuff in the trailer. So
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be a good time. You see the
Yeah.
partnership with Haney and Scott continuing on?
yeah, I mean, it's been. I mean, I can't say enough about those guys. I mean, they've the whole Midwest. I mean, they've done. Nobody would probably do what they've done to help us with this race. I mean, they've done so much work behind the scenes and planning and organizing. I mean, but Keith and Jimmy and all of them, they helped us so much with building the track and organizing the track and, knowing what we need. And we used to go down there and test all the time. That's where we went and tested with Tulsa. So we'd always started asking Jimmy a question and Keith questions. And they never, from day one, they never held back, never hesitated to help on any aspect of it. They were always up front. Hey, do this. Don't do this. Let me show you this. I mean, they helped. They put us along. I feel like we've made a big jump from where we were at the first of the year to where we're at now as far as a track. And they helped that tremendously. They really honestly did.
No, that's
Cool.
Great. That's great. Well, I haven't seen it in person, but Gary showed me that you got your big scoreboard up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's pretty neat.
Man, what's the dimensions on that again?
It's 41 by 26. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. We're going to have some cool stuff this weekend. We got Steven from the Racing Vids. He's a real good friend of mine. He's coming in. He's going to do some video edits and do some round after each round, do like some edited videos we can show on the board and kind of do some pretty cool stuff this weekend. So I'm excited to put it to use.
Cool.
That's awesome.
This deal here, we're gonna has event times of Thursday, pits open at 9, time trials at 10, gates open at 2. Is that for spectator gate?
Yeah, spectator. Yep.
And qualifying at 3.
Yep. We have 2 qualifiers Thursday, 1 or 2 Friday. Then first round is actually Friday night. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
See, that was the reason we had to have small tires. We'll be actually in second round for most everybody come Saturday, but other than
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense with all those cars.
Yep. Friday and Saturday, pits open at 8, gates at 9. Eliminations start at 10 a.m. and jet truck is Friday at 10 and Saturday at 8.
Yeah. Should be great. I mean, we're really excited about it.
You're gonna be busy.
Yeah. Yeah. This long couple weeks, this one's gonna be a fun one though. It's been a really good time.
That's good.
Yep.
So who besides yourself, of course, I'm sure you'll take it all. But do you have anybody you got a hunch to think that'll take it, or?
I mean, there's so many good cards coming. I mean, Spencer Hyde, Marcus Burt, Steve King, Halsey, Wells. I mean, everybody. I mean, Mark Mickey. I mean, Mickey's flying right now. I mean, Mark is probably the car that everybody's on their radar right now. That is, but he got hammered. Y'all think he got hammered this week with rules or last week with rules. So it's going to be interesting to see. Did you see that?
I seen him in the 50s, right?
Yeah. Did you see he went 55 or 56. Yeah.
Okay.
He got.
I didn't see what happened on the rules.
You get some lead trophies.
He got 100 pounds.
Woo!
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's going to have. I'm sure he'll be testing this week. I mean, that's one thing about Mark though. We're real good friends. I know he'll put his head to the ground and he'll be working. He'll test the wheels off that thing this week.
Yeah.
I've seen some pictures. He's been changing gears and he's been working. They've had the car blowed apart, changing everything to try to do the best they can to be prepared when they show up.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you know what is the Pro Mod record currently?
He has the Midwest record.
Okay.
The PDRA, which is a kind of a similar rules that we run here, and kind of the World Series kind of same similar thing, is 55. So Mark is right there.
Wow.
That's Derek Ward. That's another car that will be right there. I mean, he'll fly. He won the World Series Pro Mod this year. He's another one that will be. Melanie Salemi. I think she's been 55 this year. I mean, there's gonna be so many.
Man.
And the weather kind of changed. Last weekend it was cool and it was looking like it was going to cool, and now it's going to be 90 degrees. So who knows?
Ooh. Man.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, it will be interesting. Yeah, I'm ready for it to be in the 70s.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm okay with it being hot this week. I'm from a nitrous guy. I'm okay with it being hot this week.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I saw a local guy. We've been following Wayne Roberts because he owned the local track here for a while.
Yeah.
He was at another race. I think it's might be in Michigan, and so he's looking for some cylinder heads to make this SmackDown race. Hopefully, he gets it all together.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully
it's nice to see him still out racing. All these years.
Yep.
Yeah. Wayne, I know Wayne. He's a nice guy. He's real nice.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep. This is the classes y'all have: Pro Mod, Funny Cars, Top Sportsman, Top Dragster, Pro 420, Sportsman Junior, Pro Junior, and Super Pro, and 580 Index.
Yep. The index stuff, the 580 especially, it's took off around here. I mean, that's because kind of a lot of the small tire guys will run it double up, enter that, and because we don't let it's got to be a door car or a left-hand steer roadster to run it. No throttle, no stutter boxes or electronic throttle stops. Can't run a delay box in it, so it's kind of a pretty cool class.
Right.
Actually, they run it in NHRA at ET finals. Tim Nicholson won it this weekend, and from our track, he won the division. He's got a Link O and a 4-speed in that thing, 69 car, 68 Camaro. So, yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah. Is that 420 class pretty popular?
It's growing. They just started. I can't remember if they started end of last year or this year. I mean, it's growing. I think they got 12 or 16 cars entered in SmackDown this year.
Okay.
So
That's good.
It's a good class. A lot of cars fit that rules.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, that's cool.
You definitely got a busy week coming up.
Yeah, we got a busy week. Yeah. It's going to get crazy for sure.
No, that's great. And you said you race all the way till mid-November. Is that right?
We're going to race at the track. We're going to race as long as we can, weather holds.
Okay.
But as far as the schedule races, we're going to count. The last schedule race is, end of October. We might add one. We're in the works trying to add one the following weekend. Hopefully that comes out next week. Something we're trying to add there. And then we're going to try to run, if the weather holds, around here it could be 70 till Thanksgiving, or it could be 17. You never know.
Yep.
So,
a foot of snow.
Weather holds. So what we're going to do, we're just going to have like Saturday test and tunes, or try to do high prep test and tune. If the weather holds, just kind of mix it up. Try to have some stuff, best we can, as long as we can.
That's great
Awesome.
Stuff. It's great to hear you want to collaborate with the tracks and try to get a few schedule out there for all of the tracks around, and also kind of come up with a plan for the rules to kind of
we were swinging and ducking this year. I mean, we lost some staff, and when we were I got our chassis shop, me and Tom have together, and we're running that, and we're covered up there, and then we got trying to race a little bit ourselves in the track, and I leave the house at 4:30 in the morning. We're at the shop till 3, and I leave the chassis shop at 3 and go right to the racetrack and work till dark.
Yeah.
And we kind of got busy and just buried in the work and just the work side of it. And just because we're new and had so much work to do, just getting it going and all the stuff, the maintenance of it and understanding, it's like anything new. When everything's new, everything comes loose, everything breaks, or, it needs to be adjusted, a few months in, just like your car does, and that the track's the same way, and I think we're turning the corner and learning what we need to look at and what quirks it's got. Hey, we need to maintenance this now, here, and this there. And I really think we got a better plan, and we can definitely provide a better service next year to all our racers.
Hats off to you. I think you said it best, where you kind of think what you're getting into, but until you get in the deep end, start swimming around, and they're attacking me here. It's a lot of work.
I know, and another thing while we're on here. So our test and tunes. We started doing some Wednesday test and tunes. Well, Mike Franks up at US 36, one of the most nicest guys you'll ever meet. He has had test and tune on Wednesday night forever. Well, we had Wednesday night test and tunes. Well, we both started for. We had 40 cars, You know what I mean? We had, and one night we had 105, he had 40. Well, Mike helped put our timing system in. So why would we want to compete with Mike on a Wednesday night? So that's why we just said, you know what? We'll just have our testing tunes on Wednesday night or Friday nights of our races. It wasn't that we didn't want to have testing tunes. We want to see all racetracks survive. And Wednesday night testing tune, it didn't make enough money to justify, because our facility is so large to open and do it. But a Wednesday night testing tune to Mike, that done well for him. You know what I mean? And I think that we want to work with, you know, the perspective from a racer side is he don't want to have a testing tune. You know what I mean? When the truth it is, we want Mike to be able to have a testing tune, and we have a testing tune, and where we're both open, where you have two places to test and tune at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. I know what you mean. Yeah. And it's easy. I've been in that chat box too. You see people like, oh, golly, you know, and that's, oh, golly. And I don't want to say everything that they were saying, but.
Oh, I've heard it all. Trust me. My skin's got a lot thicker this year. I used to have real thin skin. And because, you know, I'm passionate about this stuff. I'm a racer first. You know, I want to see, because I see it from a racer side, and it's hard to look at a track side. But it's like I struggle in our business. Tom has helped me so much in our business because I have trouble charging somebody to do something as much as I should. But in the day, they choose to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the racing, you can't physically lose money at the track just because somebody wants to test and tune. You know what I mean? Yeah. And even the test and tunes, in my opinion, for all tracks, we need to figure out a way. Say you want to come run your car, I want to come run my car. If we all pay the same money and we set in the lanes, and a streetcar guy can round robin, and he makes 7 runs, and you set in lane waiting on him for an hour and a half, and you make 2 runs, because all them streetcar guys, he makes 7, you make 2, because it takes you longer between rounds. Yeah. And he's mad because he gets 5 one week. You know what I mean? That's one reason that some of them we charge more. It wasn't because we was trying to make more money, because you end up, if you charge more, you get less cars. But you charge more, there'll be more cars like you come, you can get more runs. Those guys, they don't come, but you can take better care of the track. You know what I mean? Sure. So there's so many different ways to look at it. I never looked at it, and I look at it different now. You know what I mean? But I'm bad about wanting to please everybody, and I've learned that you can't. But but I see it all. I read it all. I know, and I know, and it's tough seeing it, because you know that's just not how I'm wired. But I know I know when I walk in there now, I know we're better now than we were a few months ago. Oh yeah. You know, so as long as we keep doing that, when we come out next spring, I know we'll be in very good shape.
Well, and that's just it. This is your rookie year. I mean, I mean,
we probably shouldn't have been open this year. Right. We probably should have took another year and done everything else, and you know. Yeah.
So you were talking about car count and that sort of thing, because it's a big facility. I saw in the chatterbox, you know, you're wanting around 60 cars. Is that fair to run kind of the heads up deal, or am I way off?
No, that was what we needed for this race to try to be able to make it work. You know, so there's a formula, you know, like an Excel file we have that you can kind of put in how long a small tire car takes, 580, because you can kind of do the math off the Portatree or any timing system, how long it takes. You can kind of see how long it takes between runs, and you can fill out your daily schedule. Right. And that's about how many it took to kind of keep a good, smooth rotation throughout the day, where you wouldn't have a bunch of downtime. Because we've pre-sold quite a few tickets, and it looks like it's gonna be pretty good for this race. You know what I mean? That's what we all hope. And the last thing you want is the fans watching a tractor drive up and down the track with no cars for 2 hours. You know what I mean? Yeah. But no, it's not really that. I mean, if we could just have, I know the small tire stuff starting off next year. If we get our rules out earlier this year, whether it be universal or whatever, then we, you know, with everybody else, get them out early enough, and have our schedule set early enough. You know what I mean? And I think and understand going in, it's going to be light, but as long as we can continue to grow, you know what I mean? It's just, it's tough, because we know the economy's not real great right now. You know, we know everything's expensive, you know, so it's, you know, and we want to pay good enough. Everybody's like, well, lower the purse and lower the entry. Well, that doesn't really help the guy that wins it. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah. Because in the day, everybody forgets he makes more runs than everybody else too. You know. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's what I was asking about. You mentioned, you know, the cost of it. That's why I was asking about the fees if you did the online thing. If you were getting feedback on that. Yeah. You know,
I did it just to do it so I could be locked in. You know, I got my tickets right here, ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I understand how it helps the track to get a count.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought was important. I didn't know if you would run anything too, where if you entered, you got a better parking, or you got some sort of incentive, you know, to do the pre-register.
Well, so what we do, and we'll do it next year with our small tire stuff and heads up stuff we do, like our bracket series, because we went, I'll just say, use that for example, because that got more steady throughout the year. Tammy, who is our office, she also works our ticket booth. She would have your tech card half filled out before you got there. She'd have all your stuff in your packet. When you roll through the gate, you were ready to go through tech almost. You know what I mean? And they talk about, you know, that's kind of stuff. And your spot was ready when you got there. You knew where you was going. It just, even though you didn't pay before you got there, she knew you were coming. You know, that's the thing we can, you know, kind of do for you, you know, help out. And just, that's what we're trying to grow, you know, make it easier on you. Because, you know, our track, we learned it's kind of a pain in the butt getting rigs in there in a fast manner when you're coming in the day of the race. You know, like, you know, when you have 70 rigs lined up, there's not a real fast way to get them in.
Sure.
So if we can have everything done ahead of time, when you walk in, you say your name, sign the waiver, we hand you a packet, go park, you know, it makes everything a lot easier on us. And you know, you'd rather, you know, that $15-20 fee, it sounds bad when you pay it. When you're sitting in line for 4 minutes versus 45, it ain't that bad.
Good point. That's a good point.
Agree. Yeah. Hey, quickly, and Gary will know this too. Man, shout out to your tech guys down there. Every time we met, Gary and I just have a ball talking to those cats. They're just full of energy. Yeah. They're glad we're here. You know, some of these tracks you go to, it's like we're bothering them because we got a Tecker card, you know. Just a hoot. I'm being serious here, man. You got anything to say on that, Gary?
Exactly the same as you said. We'd go down there. We'd make it a point to go over by the tech guys. You know, if we was rolling up in the golf cart just to park and hang out, or go watch at up on the starting line or whatever. But they'd talk to us, horse around with us. I'd eat their donuts. You know, just I was hungry. He's like, "Hey, we got some donuts." I was like, "Give me some donuts." Them dudes down there are great.
Yeah, they're Eric, Tommy, and Scott. They're the same when they get there at 7 o'clock in the morning as they are when they leave at 9 o'clock at night. 10 o'clock at night. You can work them to death. I mean, this weekend we were light staffed this weekend because, you know, school's back started. So, and we had so many people scheduled for this coming week. We kind of had to run a lighter crew this week because NHRA had some people there, and we worked them poor guys to death. And they were, and I had to tell them to leave last night. They was worried about leaving. It was over. I said, "You sure we can leave?" I said, "Get out of here." Yeah, I mean, they're great. We have a very very good staff. That's one thing we do have. We have a good staff to build on. That's why I think we can get around the logistics of it and just the, you know, everything else. You know, the scheduling and just we get around that kind of stuff. Everything else will fall into place. I really honestly
got this cool little handbook while I was there. Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah.
And they'll work with you too. I mean, you know, they understand you know how it is. I mean, they understand we're all trying to do what we can to get there to race first and how hard it is just to get there. So
yeah. I want to catch up on a couple comments here. One thing I'm gonna come back to here in just a second, but Chris Grafton says you guys are doing great. Bryson Crandall says, as a racer who raced the bracket program and at the ET finals for Flying H, it was a great program and glad to be a part of it this year and for the future.
Nice.
Josh Hamming says, just don't piss off the tech guys. We can make it difficult for you. And Bryson Crandall also says they really did. We were talking about your tech guys. They really did work incredibly hard all season for anything anyone needing. And Darce Laws says this country needs more people like that, like your tech guys.
Yeah.
And in that group chat that we're all in, no prep got brought up a few times.
Uh-huh.
And Chris Grafton also made that comment back there. He said no prep. Is that going to get any traction?
that's what we were talking about doing. The event we're talking about adding.
Okay.
Those this year. Try to do one. I mean, we had one first of the year. We have no problem having them. You know what I mean? It's just it's so hard to do during the season to find the time to do it. You know what I mean? Because you gotta, because if you don't scrape it, even if you do scrape, I think it's going to get pretty good pretty fast.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, you was in the chat. I was out scraping the racetrack when we were in that chat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had the scrapers scraped it. I have the video on my phone. I was going to post it, but I thought, it's just going to cause more arguing. I literally scraped it with the scraper, got off of it with the track meter, pulled it, and poured 250.
Oh, geez.
You know what I mean? So I was like, it's. I understand it was hot, but once you get a good base of rubber down there, you get the dust off of it. It's going to stay pretty good.
We won't say what we was racing on last week.
I was thinking, yeah,
no, it was not a 2 or anything higher.
No, for real though. I mean, just speaking for myself, going to this track, been there twice. Hopefully, one more time for the end of the year, everything works out. Hats off to you guys, opening a great facility, and just running it, just the action. It just seemed like everybody on the staff side was happy to be there because we were at the gate, we were at the concession, we were buying the T-shirts. We went and tech, we were on the starting line, we went and got a check, we went and saw everybody, and so it just draws it to there, and I just hope good things for you guys coming up next year. And glad to hear, talk about putting some classes together with some uniform with the other tracks, with the schedule. I mean, we're just having a good time. It's just a good time to be in the drag racing. Heads up, small tire, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
I agree.
We appreciate all you guys do to help it keep it going. We really do.
Yep. We're just having fun.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on and just hanging out with us. And we're just trying to be a platform for communication. And so
we appreciate that. We really do.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week we can get on here and I'm telling you how we won 150,000.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
25 wouldn't be terrible either. It'd be better than nothing.
No, that's for sure. Sure. I was about that, fixed everything I tore up this last
right.
Do you have the advantage being kind of the track prep guy?
No, Jimmy Bradshaw's prepping the track this week.
Okay.
It'll be unreal.
This year, right? I'm sure that's helped your racing program.
What's that?
You've learned a lot about the track this year. I'm sure that's helped your racing program,
Yeah, it had this, I've learned to read it a lot better and learn to see it when it's changing. You know what I mean? I haven't got to race, but I've learned a lot. So I think it'll help me with some racing for sure.
Well, that's awesome. Well, you got the best pit going there. I see where you pitted at, man. That's all right. Yeah. Good stuff. Gary, you got anything else to talk through? You got any pictures or anything?
Nope. We hit it all, and it's fun talking with you again, Blake.
I appreciate
You're a repeat customer of ours here. We've only had a few repeats.
Nice. You got anything else for us before you go, Blake?
No, just thank you again. And since I got a chance here, I've thanked all our racers that's raced with us this year and the ones that are going to race with us. Again, I apologize to all our small tire guys. It didn't work out, but we're going to make it up to you. Do some a lot of good things in the future. And all our staff, like you said, that works. I'd like to thank all those. And main thing, Scott Higgs, for giving us this opportunity and investing in this crazy racetrack that he's crazy dumb enough to do at this time.
Right on.
But it's been
we're
good. I think
we're pretty dumb on our side too.
Yeah, we
do this.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Well, thank you guys again. We really appreciate you.
Right on. Thanks for your time, Blake.
Thank you.
Hey, we'll see you in October. We'll see you in late October.
Sounds great. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Good. Cool. Gary?
Awesome.
Why don't you take a second and give a shout out to our people that pay the bills.
I was reading that comment. These people here. Give a shout out to our awesome partners, Mid-America Dragway, Ultra Color Collision Repair, Sandlin Iron and Metal Auto Salvage, and Harry Street Carpet.
Whoop, whoop.
awesome partners with us in 2024.
Yeah.
And maybe after the first year we can add some more to that.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we can put luxury on the short list of
Yeah.
maybe
Maybe.
we'll have to hit the boardroom and discuss it.
Cool. What's old Tim Webb saying?
What's he saying, man? I didn't have oh yeah, Tim Webb says, Blake, thank you and all your crew to give us a killer place to race. Man, I lost comments on this side after 7:30.
Yeah.
And then Tim's popped up there. All I had was on my phone, but yeah, it's all right.
YouTube. I wonder if that makes a difference.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be a great pro mod race.
Oh yeah.
Wish we was gonna be there.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
But that's all right.
Yeah.
There'll be it'll be streamed by somebody, I'm sure.
Sure.
I don't know if it's gonna be Flo or who it is, but
Sure.
somebody will carry it, and that'll disrupt garage activities because you're watching.
Well, and I for myself, I'm going to use it to spend a little extra time getting the car ready for, the Mid-America race. And, it ain't like I'm going to do anything to it crazy, just kind of look everything over and clean everything up and just,
give it a little extra eyeball. It's $5,000 to win that deal.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? Just being on the property, being able to enter, you run a great times, personal best, that's what it's all about. Look at the CEO of the Phillips camp. He was so tickled at Tulsa. Came over and talked to us after they went in the 20s. And just, they didn't win the event, but look how excited they were. Wasn't you on the starting line with them?
Yes.
That deal?
Yeah. Yep. It was a giant celebration over there.
Yeah. No, that's what it's about as well. You know what I mean? So of course you want to win, but just run some personal bests and have a good time hanging. So I'm looking forward to running at Mad and of course running limited next year. Just thinking all about that. Man,
that's really cool to hear Blake say that they may collaborate the chance that the rules may collaborate, and how awesome would that be if it's all the same stuff?
Absolutely.
Man, that'd be sweet.
Line up the days where you don't have to, do I want to go over here? Just splits the cars up. There's only so many,
Yep.
And so,
and the slicks and that type of stuff, and just, have one set of rules, and
there you go.
That would be cool.
Let's go.
Really, really neat to hear him talk about that. So,
yeah, definitely. Very cool.
Eric Wilson says Flow Sports for SmackDown.
There you go. We got some Flow Sports.
Nice.
I see Logan Metcalf watching.
Logan. Tony Phillips says we are tired of Jake beating up on us.
Come on,
you turn up them boostuses.
I think you're right.
Man, Jake running teens. Holy moly.
Yeah, and it was on a string too.
Wow.
15. I think he went 14 in the final. And
you think Marty sent him some secret sauce and converter juice?
Powerful.
Woo, man.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying over there.
Yeah, maybe so.
Wow.
Golly, because they did something.
Wow.
Yeah, they did something. And it's interesting too, because even like when Chris is walking around in the pit, you can see the dew carrying on the hood and the roof. And I saw a foreman's comment about, leaving early because of the it was just a glare of the light because he had dew on him and stuff. That comes into play. And, like Blake was just talking about trying to end earlier, for things like that. And I don't know what time it was during the semis when all that was going on, but I'm assuming it was after 10 o'clock and or midnight even. And so it's just something to think about. Of course, that's what it's doing to the track as well, right? If it's doing up on the car. So we was always very aware of that when we'd race out here at WIR or Kid, but Sure.
It's pretty important to watch that, and we'd see it.
Yeah. How
See it
cool
on
to
the
be
car.
if Titans got on at Flying H, got a date at Flying H. That'd be cool.
That would be awesome. Heck yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep. Todd Bennett, he replied to Tony Phillips, I'll come after them for you. See if we can do something about that. He's going to go after Jake.
Heck yeah. Well, Todd,
Hey.
make that happen in a couple weeks at Arc City.
Yeah.
5,000.
Todd, you going to bring that? Yeah. You going to bring that Corvette to Arc City?
Bring it on Smalls. That'd be cool. Car look good. That'd be great.
Yep. Get a great car count for that event.
Absolutely. Full field.
And it's $5,000. Come
Wow.
get it. Woo!
Then they got a second chance race for 1,000. I mean, come on.
Yep.
No, it's great stuff.
Should be a good event.
Yeah, definitely.
Weather be good.
Someone will go on the threes.
Todd says we got it on Smalls. Todd, are you going to bring it to Arc City on the 27th and 28th? Is what everybody wants to know.
Ooh. Gary, is someone going to go 399?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Nope. Not in September.
It sounded like you didn't need any time to think about it. It was
No.
399, and before I could say,
Nope.
Yeah.
Maybe in October 18th and 19th, but not September.
Okay. Still a little too warm.
I just got to be different. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I just don't think the weather's there yet.
I didn't know if you were just being different or if you actually had some facts or thought,
Yeah, I'm not that smart, Rodney. Yeah. I'm doing this.
I didn't know, so we'll see.
I'm not that smart.
Larry Hunt said if we're going to do 399, you see it right there.
Larry's, yes, he says that. Bet you see a 3. Todd Bennett says good possibility trying to get it work out. So
because he hit the tires last night, just so you know. So there's a lot to it. You can't just put tires on, go to the race and think,
right,
center circle. There's some talk to it. Just like for us, when we ran limited at Tulsa, we were a few classes back. I mean, that affects things.
Yeah,
we got tune-ups for other things. So,
yep,
cool.
Yep, that's awesome. Anybody got anything to horse around with, or are we done?
I think we're good. 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. I've
What
got
time
all the
4:30.
The alarm screams at me at 4 o'clock.
Right on.
I've been doing that for a while, a few months.
All right.
It's all good. I can handle it. Oh, let's also do this. I need to update this, but our YouTube channel, Heads Up Racing Gary and Hot Rod Podcast. If you see this, you're in the right place. There's a little white box on the right-hand corner there. You can subscribe. Grab that subscribe little box, click it, share, comment, the whole bit. It's over there. Do a little subscribe action, comment, say something good, say something bad. I try to comment. It helps.
Okay.
It helps. I just, I say, yeah, cool show or great show or whatever. Sometimes I forget, but all that little stuff helps. Helps the algorithm or whatever. I don't know how the thing works, but it's supposed to help. But yep. Shout out again to Cameron. Thanks for the cool t-shirt. And Rodney, you need to get over there and get you some.
It's official. I'm going over this week. I hope you can make it to the races on the 28th.
Right. Yep. Hopefully he does. So we'll get somebody lined up for next week. That's the week before the big Arc City race. So we'll make something happen and we'll put it out there.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Let me get to the right box here. Ready for some high five?
I'm ready. Let's call it.
And we'll shut her down. Ready?
Nice. That might have been our best one yet.
It might be. What's this? Darren Kesey, good job. Thanks, Darren. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Right on. Well, we'll put something out on Wednesday on an event, event info and schedule, and that's all I know.
Sounds good. Good job, Gary. Keep working
All right.
on those hot rods, everyone. Let's go racing.
Yep. Let's go. Let's get her done. And hope everybody has plans to come to Arc City in 2 weeks. Bring your hot dog money, your hamburger money, and bring your friends. Lots and lots of friends. We need a big, good spectator turnout for this, and race cars.
Oh yeah, it's going to happen.
Yep. Scooter Rick's is a nice show.
Yeah.
Thanks, Scooter. All right, let's go, Rod. We'll head her out.
All right, Gary. Good job.
Thanks for your time, Rod. Good night.